Hello. Welcome to another day. Welcome to another live stream. Today I will be back working on DigitalOcean Classroom. It's been a while since I've had time to stream or had time to even work on DigitalOcean Classroom. So let's go ahead and get into it today. And let's just make sure we have everything working the way we think it needs to work. So I really need to make, actually, I should probably work on the README. The README is so out of date. While we're waiting on people to join in, if anyone joins in today, I'll go ahead and tweet about this real quick. But while we're waiting, cool. So we're good here. Let's go ahead and figure out. So this entire thing is old, is beyond all get out. So I don't even want this anymore. Like, I don't want a proposed workflow. I don't want the issues this solves. I don't even need the spec anymore. I haven't looked at any of this in so long. It's useless. It's completely not worth it. So I really should work on this README, but I'm not in the mood for documentation writing. I'll do that at another time. So anywho, today we're going to pull up my GitHub page, and I've created some issues here that I want to try to solve. It says implement full CRUD for users. I could have swore I already did that. Like, if I come in here in users, I've got views. And the users views are basically register, which allows you to register for a course, and view, which does not create a droplet. So that whatever that is, that's wrong. I guess it just lets you see everybody. What Django REST framework apps do I have that I can use as a reference? I've made a couple. I've learned a lot about Django REST framework since I started working on this. So that's really the thing here, is that, like, there's a lot of Django in this, and I've learned so much about DRF since I started working with it that, like, I don't like how I've made this anymore. So now I have to look for, like, sample Django code that I've made, so that way I know how I want to make it. So none of these look right. I guess I have them over in the DigitalOcean DO community thing. So let's just say Django. Is there anything here in Django? Django polls, RSS reader. Just say API. URL shortener API, I believe, is Flask based. No, it's Django based. Okay, let's see what we did here. Did we do? How did I make this? I did a whole view set. Okay, so this is actually kind of how I want to make things. So I want to use the view sets here that are actually useful. And like, I created a serializer, right? Yeah. Good. So what I'm wanting to do is work on that. But also at the same time, I'm almost tempted to start over, because I feel like everything's so clustered, everything's so cluttered. It would actually be easier if I just start over. Do I want to do that? I kind of do. And it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing for me to want to say, but like, I've always like I wanted to start over with a new Django app, and I want to build slowly but surely. Like I got ahead of myself. I did way too much, and I kind of like screwed this project. And like refactoring, it would be quicker if I just rebuilt it and built it the way I know that it needs to be built. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna start over. It's kind of nuts. Really not the wisest of moves, but I've done so much with this that at this point it almost makes sense for me just to say, hey, and like obviously I'm going to copy so much of the code, but I'm so far off on it. So we're going to make a new directory, mkd. We're going to call it Cloud Classroom. But I wanted to name it in the first place. Cloud Classroom. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do. Well, let's move DigitalOcean's requirements.txt into here. Cat requirements. What all is in here, by the way? There's a lot. Yeah, there was a lot. Let's do pip source, or no, sorry, Python -m vn cloud classroom. Do I want to do that? I'm curious if I want to move over to like pipenv, but vn dev. Okay, so then let's do source /dot, and we'll do vim dev requirements. Well, actually, first let's check the requirements. See if black is here. It is. See, that's the thing. If I don't want all that stuff in here. You know, this is a problem literally to solve at a later date. Prematurely optimizing. Source, cloud, classroom, vn, then activate, pip install requirements.txt. -r requirements.txt. -r. I wonder if I can just do a pip upgrade on everything. Okay. So we have this going. Yeah. We don't have wheel. Wah. The only bad thing is I'm going to have to leave in like 30 minutes to take my dog to the vet today. He needs his checkup. Okay, so let's do Django admin start project cloud classroom dot. Oh, I don't like that. I want to remove the. I don't want it all one word. Cloud. Oh, rm-rfmanage.py. There we go. So we have that. Now let's go ahead and just do our Python manage.py migrate. Okay, Python and create super user and Egger. Actually, no, we don't want that yet, do we? Actually, yeah, it doesn't matter. Sorry. Okay, we got that. Okay, so we have a super user. We've done migrate. Let's just do Python run server. Oh, we're just going to do Django run server. Remember, I have Python localhost. I have managed.py alias to Django because I'm lazy and I don't want to constantly do that. 8,000. Okay, we have working Django site. We're good. Let's go look and start migrating stuff over that actually makes sense to make the migration. So if we look at our files, what did we do with auth? Why do I have an auth model? Basically checks to see if you're authenticated. I don't remember if this was necessary. Did I do anything in the models? There was nothing in the models. It basically was just an auth check. And I don't remember why we implemented that. So do we want to start off with Droplet? I think we do, and I think I got all the stuff I want right with models. I think I really love the way the model works. Okay. This was all right. So let's let's just deal all the stupid classroom management stuff first, like all the student management stuff, because that's the stuff that always gets fucky. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on stream. It always gets wonky, and I'm just tired of dealing with it. I'll have to deal with that in a minute. So let's go ahead and just deal with that. So let's not even worry about Droplet right now. Honestly, the Droplet creation stuff was fine. Let's start off with users. Do I have a custom model for users? I do. I'm trying to remember why I have all this. I changed so much of this. Why did I do this? Why did I do this? That needs to go away. So when I created all of this, see, this is the weird thing though, is it deals with emails as unique identifiers for auth instead of usernames. Do I want that? I guess I did at one point. Like, there's nothing different about this. I didn't add anything. I did all this extra work for no reason when I originally created it. I like having the SSH key. How did I incorporate that? I created a profile. That was what I did. And then how did I incorporate the profile? Okay, but what actually triggered that? Oh, whenever you saved. Okay, so who actually uses the validate SSH key? So I just did that. So all of this is just for, so let's take this. Okay, Cloud Classroom. Yes, I trust the code. Shush. So let's create an app. Django start app users. Okay. And then in what was this file in users? This is in model, the models file. And let's go back to this. So we wanted that, and we want the profile. But I don't care if they use email. I don't know why I was so against that. I think I just didn't think that everybody would have an email. But there's got to be an easier way than just doing that. So let me just Google it. Django use username instead of email. There has to be an easier way than just rewriting the whole dang model class. Come on. See, it wants me to create the user model. I don't want to create the user model. It's such a poop. Can I do it without creating the user model? Again, that just adds so much more complexity to it when I don't need it. Oh, we could write my own custom authentication backend. That actually seems a little bit easier. It's amazing how this is not just a setting in Django yet. How I can't just say, I want to auth with username instead of email. It's amazing that doesn't exist. Okay, well, we're just going to go with email then. And I guess we'll just tell people, if you don't have an email, fake it. Nothing actually validates that the email that you put in is actually valid. Okay. I mean, it's that it's valid. Valid, yes. Real, no. Okay, so now what I want is Django to tell me which of these are not used. Are you working? That's black is formatting, and that's finding it, but not showing me. I think it's settings.auth user model. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's it. Okay. You're fine. I don't know why I didn't bother to think. Settings validation error. Okay, that's fine. Post save is here. Receiver is here. Abstract base user is not used. Permissions mixin is imported twice and not used either time. Base user manager also there. What is that underscore? No idea. Ugly text lazy as underscore. What the heck is that? So many underscores in here, I'm going to have to go through all of them. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Well, let's just delete it and see if it comes up. Causes a problem. We have a problem. Where's my warning? How do I find the warnings in VS Code? Oh, there. It might be the auth user model again. We're gonna try it. And then I need to add the app to my thingamabobbier. Oh, goodness gracious. Need the stretches. So let's go over here. Because this project over here was just a mess. DigitalOcean Classroom was a mess. Any whoosies? I need to go to DO Classroom settings. What do I just add users? Yeah. So now we go here. We go to settings. We go to installed apps. Let's say third-party apps. Let's say REST framework. REST framework.auth token. DRF spectacular, because that actually works really well. And then we're going to say, what are these called? Apps. Users.apps.usersconfig. We're going to find out if any of this is going to work. So let's open this up. Python manage.py migrate. Ooh. Pip. Why no module named DRF spectacular? Do I have to import anything here? No. This is in what? In the settings file? Yeah. Pip install DRF spectacular. It wasn't installed. Pip freeze requirements.txt. Okay. The auth tokens are migrated. Let's make migrations. Profile. Okay. Then let's just do Django Migrate. Okay. Check Slack. Yeah, it's fine. So we did a Django Migrate. Right, yeah. Django run server. Let's check it out. Localhost :8000/admin. Mason at do.co. Oh, it's M. Egger. User has no profile. Oh, shoot. So how am I supposed to do that if I made that boo-boo? Maybe you have to create the super user again? Let's try it. Django create super user. What? One more thing to deal with later. Okay. Go back and try again and see if maybe we have to create the... Oh, well, I don't have the thing running. Okay, so that works. So you can't create the super user before you do your migrations, which would make perfect sense. So we're good with that. That's not a problem. So if I go to the user, Mason. Okay, but the thing is I don't have the available... I don't have the place for my SSH key, but I do have an authentication token. That's assigned to me, but I can't view it in here. So let's go back to this and see if I did anything crazy over here. Okay, so admin.py. Looks like I did change some stuff. But it looks like this might have also been because of the... Okay, so basically what it did is it did... let's see. Copy. Let's go to admin.py. See, I created all these bloody forms. Oh, well, I don't need that. Where are you complaining? This is a really bad job of like... Or I'm just blind. Why is it all the way up? Whatever. Did I make my own forms for this too? Please don't tell me I did. I don't need that. Ah! Let's just try that. Again, this is all because I think I was messing around with Users.forms. Line 4. Well, then just... I think I need a custom forms there. Line 6. I don't think I need that. Where's that user? That pesky model equals... I don't think I need any of this. Let's try deleting it. I literally don't think I need any of that. I do need that. Oh, I don't have that. Ooh. How did I do it here? Settings.auth user model. Will that work? I feel like I am just committing heinous sins. But we're going to try it. And we're going to go, how do I import settings? Django conf import settings. Oh, ha ha ha, Jay. He uses Flask. That better. Well, I would love to use Flask, but again, I need not only authentication, but I would like to deal with databases. And seeing as how I don't feel like learning about Flask auth and I don't care for SQL Alchemy, I'm just going to do this. Also, this is the wonderful time where you get to see me be unbelievably rusty when it comes to writing any sort of code, because I don't write code that often anymore, and I'm currently refactoring into a new project. So I'm like, did I need that? Because I just literally, this project became, oh my gosh. Ah! Oh, there is no that because I don't need that anymore. Like, this is just what happens when you refactor and you're just stuck. And like, this is not the kind of thing, you know, I should ever actually really do. What? Okay, now you're irking me, computer. So why did I do this? This boils down to exactly why I shouldn't have done this in the first place. So what I did is I ended up creating okay, Slack, you need a hushity hush. I don't have time to be listening to you go with your little claves all the dang time. I don't want to have to write this much. Oh, and now it just went to my phone. Boop. There we go. So I guess I can Google this. How to add field to user model in Django. That's be an easier way. I don't write code anymore. Like, I do so much talking about code. I don't ever actually get to write code. And I've like, again, like I think we talked about in our hangout the other day, because like I've never written professional Django code. Django's always been like my hobby thing. Like, I've written professional Flask code, but never professional Django. So like I'm just sitting here being dumb. Okay, this is exactly what I did. Auth profile module. What the heck is that? Okay, that's pretty much what I did. This is what I was expecting. So let's open up VS Code. Because if that means I don't need this dang admin .py, wouldn't that just make life a whole lot freaking easier? Save that. Go away. So now let's go and let's look at what I did for in models.py, which I did. I created the profile class. I did a one-to-one field to the user. If I delete the profile, delete the thing. That's exactly what it was. Default string. And then SSH key. I basically added some more stuff. So then I create user profile, if created profile, but I called it something else, but that's fine. If it's created or it updates it. It creates it, but then it does a profile. Let's save. Oh, you actually have a get or create. Oh, no, it says this answer is deprecated if you're using Django 1.7 or later. My, it's such an eloquent solution. Auth profile models deprecated since v1.5. Oh, damn it. Let's see what the Django docs say. I don't want to have to freaking subclass everything to do this. The bad thing is I'm about to have to leave for something anyway. This is how it always happens. This is why I should never plan programming streams whenever I'm in the middle. Trying to do something, because now my brain's just not going to let me do it. Thing is, this works beautifully with that really junky way that I've done it. So I have a working model way for doing this, but I'm trying to make it simpler, because that code is not fun to maintain. And like, there has to be a better way of doing this. Actually, this might be it right here. Okay, so what this does is from django.contrib.auth.admin, they imported the user admin as base user admin. And then from django.contrib, is it contrib or contribe? I see that as like contribute, so it's contrib, but I could be wrong. Import user. Good seeing you, Jay. Yeah, great to have you around. Hopefully I can stream more too, because Lord knows I need to. The only way I'm ever going to be able to code. If I don't make myself stream, I'm never going to get to coding. Okay, so they ended up making the inline, so I guess maybe we do need the profile inline, which would make sense. It would make sense that I would need the inline, because I basically want to include that in this doop 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 VS Code. That would make sense. From dot models import profile. Okay, and then what it did here is it did class user admin base user admin inlines equals employee inline comma. Oh, but it's not called that. It's called profile inline because I'm not copy pasting profile inline. And then from there, it says that it wants me to site.unregister user, and then it wants me to just re-register it with my new stuff. This is so much better than what I did. And this is what I want. So if this works, I'm going to be happy. And like, wouldn't it be nice if I could be happy? That looks promising. It didn't immediately explode. Local. Do I have a one, or do I have a window open? Doop, doop, doop. Why do I have so much crap open? Doop. We'll deal with that later. Localhost 8000/admin. Okay. Hey, it's got the SSH key. Sweet. That worked. We made it. We made progress. And I simplified something. I got to say that. I get to say that to them. A tweet about it. And it's like, I simplified some code. That's what we're here for. Simplify code. I would love to stay. Unfortunately, my dog has his yearly vet appointment because I'm terrible about deciding when I'm going to do things. I'm going to try to start streaming on Monday afternoons when I'm working on code. Like, my goal is to get into the coding zone in Monday afternoons because I just don't code enough. And I'm going to stream whatever the heck I'm working about. Sometimes it's going to be Django. Sometimes it's going to be other stuff. I really have to work on a Hashes stack soon. Like Nomad Console Vault. That's coming. So just be prepared for that. I will be eventually doing that. Today, I'm going to have to leave a little bit early, but I'm going to start trying to stream like my entire Monday afternoons. Maybe even Fridays too, depending on how I'm feeling. Is sometimes I'm just not in the mood to have to talk. And that's the thing. But whenever my friends pop in, like Jay did, it makes it a lot more enjoyable. So thank you everyone for showing up today. Sorry for the short stream. I promise they'll be longer in the future. We made progress. That's great. I don't know if refactoring an entire app that I've spent a year and a half working on is progress, but we are going to make it better. We're going to make it more Django REST framework like, because I've made so many heinous mistakes. Not heinous, but just like the way that I implemented each different class is a different point in my understanding of the Django REST framework. So it would be a nightmare for anybody other than myself to maintain this. And even then, it's a nightmare for me to maintain. I can only imagine what it's going to be for everybody else. So we're re-implementing it, and we're going to add some stuff in that I wanted to add in from the beginning but never got around to. So thank you, everyone. I will see you next time, and have a good day.